YouTube CEO Susan Diane Wojcicki will inspire you. Susan Wojcicki is one of the most accomplished female CEOs in the world today. She has been with YouTube since 2014 and the company has become the largest video streaming platform under her leadership. Her journey to becoming a highly revered business icon is impressive as it is inspiring, and it also should serve as a great example for women aiming to achieve great things in any field, not just in business. So if you want to know more about this, then this video is for you. For today's video exclusive to our Fortune Fastlane members, we will be talking about the CEO of YouTube, Susan Diane Wojcicki. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Susan Diane Wojcicki was born in Santa Clara in the state of California, United States on July 5, 1968. Her father, Stanley, is of Polish descent while her mother, Esther, is Jewish. Stanley is a physics professor at Stanford University while Esther is a renowned educator. Susan mostly spent her childhood in Palo Alto, California and took up secondary education at Gunn High School. She graduated with a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Harvard University and went on to earn a master's degree in computer science and engineering from Stanford University. She also completed her PhD program at MIT Sloan School of Management before joining Google as its CEO in 2014. At the age of 11, young Susan already displayed a strong business drive as she went around her neighborhood selling spice ropes, a plaited yarn threaded with spices. She was also interested in journalism as she was active in her school newspaper. After graduating from high school and beginning her university studies, Susan decided to pursue a career in business. She joined the family business and eventually became its sales manager. After working for 3 years at the company, she decided to start her own business. In 1990, Wojcicki graduated from Harvard University with a bachelor's degree in history and education. She was more interested in technology at the time, so she returned to her home state of California and took up 2 master's programs, one in economics and one in business administration, in quick succession. In 1993, she obtained her Master's of Science in Economics from the University of California, Santa Cruz. 5 years later, she obtained a Master's of Business Administration from UCLA Anderson School of Management. Wojcicki began her professional career at Intel and worked in a marketing role. She also served as a consultant for management consulting firms Bain & Company and RB Weber & Company. While at Intel, she was introduced by a mutual friend to Google co-founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page. Google essentially has its roots in Wojcicki garage as Brin and Page would rent the area and began developing Google's very first code there. As Google's operations started to grow, Brin and Page soon rented the entire first floor of Wojcicki's house. Despite the tenants occupying more and more space, Wojcicki actually welcomed their presence with irregular rent payments, proving to be very helpful in her financial struggles at the time. Wojcicki later became an entrepreneur after she left Intel because she realized that she could use her knowledge of technology to start companies that would revolutionize different industries such as healthcare or education. In 1997, she co-founded YouTube with Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim, who would go on to become billionaires after selling out to Google for $1 billion 3 years later. In 1999, when the search engine Google was launched, Susan Wojcicki was one of the first 16 employees brought on board. She would become the company's first marketing manager and one of its first female executives. A few years later, she would lead the development of one of Google's most popular services, AdSense. Google AdSense is currently the world's largest ad display network. What we love about Wojcicki is that she doesn't just talk about her accomplishments, she actually does them. When she started at Google in 1999, she was responsible for developing one of its earliest marketing platforms, Google Doodles. She also worked on Google Images and Google Books. Later on in her career, she led development efforts for AdSense. In addition to her work as an executive at Google, Wojcicki has also been an advocate for women in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math fields. With her successful work in AdSense, Wojcicki soon progressed to become Google's Senior Vice President for Advertising and Commerce. AdWords and Google Analytics would then be developed under her watch. At around Google's early expansion, one startup was proving to become a major competitor that was mainly competing with Google Video, YouTube. Founded by Stephen Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim in 2006, YouTube was already one of the fastest growing sites at the time, with 20 million users visiting the site every month. YouTube had a different view on how advertising could work than Google did. For starters, it didn't rely on banner ads. Instead, it used video ads in an effort to make money from its visitors. In fact, YouTube was the first site to use this type of advertising model, a model which is still used today by many other video sharing sites like Hulu and Vimeo. However, this new way of advertising wasn't without problems for YouTube. For instance, there were concerns about whether or not viewers would feel uncomfortable having ads next to their videos. The answer turned out to be yes. However, these ads didn't have any negative impact on viewer retention either. They actually improved viewership because people wanted more content from these companies. So what happened next? Well, after years of being a fledgling company, YouTube was acquired by Google in 2006. The acquisition would prove to be a huge success for Google as it resulted in its gaining one of the most popular video streaming sites on the web. YouTube's rapid rise would get the attention of Google executives, particularly Wojcicki. She then proposed that Google acquire YouTube as the acquisition would mean having a strong grip on the potentially profitable video streaming market. After months of negotiations and fighting off other offers from Microsoft, Yahoo, and Viacom, Google successfully managed to acquire YouTube for a massive $1.65 billion. When Susan Wojcicki became CEO of YouTube, she inherited a company that had only been around for a few years. The app was relatively new and it had only been downloaded by 20 million people per month. But Wojcicki had the vision to see the potential in this new platform for advertisers and content creators alike. At the time of the acquisition, Wojcicki's net worth was $580 million, partly due to her share of stock options from previous acquisitions. And since then, YouTube has become an even bigger force in the world of media with more than 1 billion users per month and more than 4 billion views per day. Wojcicki's leadership has allowed YouTube to thrive and grow ever since she took over as CEO. YouTube's co-founder and CEO Susan Wojcicki has led the platform to unprecedented heights in the last 4 years, with the company achieving record high revenue numbers in 2020. Wojcicki's attributed YouTube's success to its countless content creators, saying that they are truly next-generation media businesses with millions of views, including live streaming and global brands who are contributing to local and global economies and creating jobs. YouTube has grown from a simple video sharing site into a global media company with over 1 billion users per month. The company is one of the most popular destinations for online video, attracting an average of 1 billion hours of watch time per day, according to Comscore. In addition to being one of the most popular platforms for watching videos online, YouTube is also one of the largest advertising platforms on the web today, generating $19 billion in revenue in 2020 alone. Many companies are beginning to realize that giving employees increased maternity leaves can be incredibly beneficial for them and the company they work for. In fact, a new study conducted by the Society for Human Resource Management found that paid maternity leave leads to lower employee turnover rates and better retention of experienced workers. According to Google's own statistics, when they increased their paid maternity leave from 12 to 18 weeks in 2007, the rate of new mothers leaving the company decreased by 50%. This was a result of offering more time off than what was provided before and also giving their employees more flexibility when it came to how they wanted to use their time off. Wojcicki is one of the many leaders who have advocated for better maternity leave benefits, such as paid ones. She has been quoted as saying, "We need more women in technology if we want them at the table." Wojcicki also advocates for gender equality within companies, which she believes will lead to better innovation and creativity among employees as well as higher profits for businesses overall. CEO and founder of YouTube Susan Wojcicki has a suggestion for Silicon Valley companies: hire more women and focus on gender diversity to help curb discrimination. In an interview with the New York Times, Wojcicki said that it is important for companies to hire more women and make sure that there is a diverse set of ideas being heard in the workplace. She added that this will help curb discrimination, which is still prevalent in most organizations today. Wojcicki believes that Silicon Valley is one of the best places for this kind of change because it has a reputation for having innovative ideas and being forward-looking. She also pointed out that the Valley has always been a place where people can come together to talk about important issues like gender discrimination. She also added that there are many other companies out there that can learn from what Silicon Valley does well so they can start implementing similar ideas as well. Wojcicki is married to Dennis Chopper and they have 5 children together. She has 2 sisters, Janet and Anne. Janet is a medical doctor while Anne is the founder of biotech company 23andMe. Anne Wojcicki previously dated baseball legend Alex Rodriguez. Wojcicki's family is Polish but they're also US citizens. As YouTube continues to dominate the video streaming industry, the spotlight will continue to shine on Susan Wojcicki. An intelligent, passionate, and determined individual, Wojcicki is the essential leader that every woman should look up to. Wojcicki has spent over a decade building YouTube into what it is today, a streaming platform that allows users to upload videos in real time and view them on their mobile devices. She began her career at Google when she was just 25 years old, where she worked her way up from an engineer to CEO of YouTube before leaving for Facebook. At Facebook, she managed several product divisions, including newsfeed and social ads, before becoming CEO of Google-owned YouTube in 2015. In 2016, Wojcicki was named as one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world. This year alone, she has received awards from Fortune Magazine, 2017 Woman of the Year, and Fortune Brainstorm Tech 2018 Catalyst Award. She was also named one of Forbes' most powerful women in the world, as well as one of Forbes' 30 Under 30 Power Women list for 2019. There you have our Fortune Fastlane video for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like this video. If you think that we have delivered value, please share this video with one person. Just one share is enough for you to show your appreciation for the commitment and hard work we all put together in creating this video that teaches and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. And you don't know that one share could go a long way. And keep in mind that no matter how many times you're going to watch this video, you won't see any results unless you take action. Goodbye and see you with the next one.